Okay, folks, Woke Up cocktail time. This time it's Argentina. They also belong to football, global football royalty because they've won two. First in 1978 with Kempis and that glorious team when they hosted it, and then again 8 years later in 1986 in Mexico City, where a diminutive Argentinian named Diego Maradona scored 2 goals in a semifinal against England. This was shortly after the Falklands, you remember. Both those goals are super famous. The first is the famous hand of God, where Diego said it was a little bit of his head and a little bit of the hand of God. You know, that wouldn't fly today in today's VAR world. That would certainly be recalled and reviewed. The other goal that he scored like 4 or 5 minutes later was voted the goal of the century, where he took on half the team individually, dribbled by them, and then slotted it past the goalie for what was known as the goal of the century. But it's been 36 years since Argentina has won. They came close in 2014 in Brazil, where they lost in the final. But since then, it's been a little dry. Now they also had another diminutive Argentinian named Lionel Messi, who they've pinned a lot of hopes on. He's now 35, and so past his prime, but certainly still an impact player. And they won under his leadership. They won the Copa last year. So there's a lot of bettors thinking that maybe Argentina can really go deep in this tournament and perhaps win the whole thing. Now, whether it ends with a trophy or bitter tears, we will find out. But we do know, whatever the case, the Argentinians will be drinking some fernet and fernet con cola, which is the cocktail or the drink that we're going to explore today. Now, its base is made with this fernet that is an Italian amaro. It's like a bitter liqueur, right? It's about 40% alcohol, so it's up there with all those other spirits that we think of, gin, vodka, whiskeys, all those. But it was made 175 years ago as a medicinal, and it hasn't lost that property when you taste it. So, how do you make the cola? Well, the Fernet con Cola, very simple. Add some ice to a tall glass. Then you're gonna add, I'm gonna add 2 ounces to this. Now they often make it in a 70-30, meaning 70% Coca-Cola, 30% Fernet Branca. And then at home, they might make a 50-50 concoction. And then there's even a version called a 90210. 90% Fernet, hence the 90. 2 ice cubes, 10% Coca-Cola, you get the joke. So I'm gonna add, so I put the 2 ounces in, I'm gonna add about 5 or 6 ounces of the Coke. Now, my little diabetes issue, I'm using the sugar-free one, but it tastes pretty good. I think if you're a traditionalist, you'd use a regular Coke. So, there you have the Fernet con Cola. Now, some kind of put a lime, which I don't think tastes very well. I think most of them don't taste good. But some do garnish with a lemon, which I'm going to do right now. So, to Argentina, salute. That is an acquired taste. That is definitely an acquired taste. In any case, salute to Argentina.